Elden Ring is packed with enough content to keep players coming back for well upwards of 50 hours. It may then surprise players to know that in the grand scheme of things, the open world isn't all that big. At 30.5 square miles or 79 kilometers, it is bigger than the map of some classic open world games like Skyrim, but it still falls short of plenty of others. That said, the numbers don't lie, and there are plenty of games that are much bigger. Welcome to Game Rant, everyone. I'm Bilal, and here are 6 video game worlds bigger than Elden Ring. Let's kick things off with Grand Theft Auto V. The release of Grand Theft Auto V was easily one of the biggest moments in the video game industry, with this long-running open world series showing just how much Rockstar had perfected the art of video game design. Not only did the title look gorgeous, but Grand Theft Auto V was larger than any game in the series, even San Andreas. If the massive open world wasn't enough of a selling point, then players were blown away by the fact that they could control more than one protagonist in a first for the GTA series. Players could switch around at any point in the story, and many missions used characters switching in a cinematic manner to make firefights and other similar set pieces even more awe-inspiring. Following up with The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. As expected from a modern open-world RPG, to say The Witcher 3's world is big would be an understatement. What's more, it is arguably as dense as Elden Ring's world too. While it might not be as full of dungeons or massive bosses, there are still plenty of reasons to explore as much as possible. The Witcher 3 has always had a very alive-feeling world thanks to how the player can get involved with just about everyone's lives. Even the smallest of villages has a story to tell, and there is quite an expanse that Geralt can explore to his heart's content. Next up, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. The Legend of Zelda games on the Nintendo Switch have revolutionized open-world gaming for the better. No one expected this franchise to have such a smooth transition into the genre, but history has proven time and time again that underestimating Nintendo is foolish when it comes to video game development. Breath of the Wild was already a massive achievement in its own right, and what made Tears of the Kingdom even more impressive was that it expanded upon the first game in ways that no one could have imagined. The Sky Islands, the depths, and the land of Hyrule itself make for a truly massive environment that players can explore as much as they want. Next up, Assassin's Creed 4: Black Flag. There are many people who still talk about Black Flag with a ton of passion, considering it to be one of the best games in the series. Edward Kenway is a fairly likable protagonist, and the manner in which he becomes an assassin is certainly quite interesting. It helps that the expansion on naval combat and traversal from AC3 made the game so much more engaging. Since the game is set in the Caribbean and promotes ship traversal, players can have a great time forming the best pirate crew, roaming the world on a strong, sturdy vessel, and uncovering the many secrets in the game. Sure, a lot of the world may consist of water, but that actually leads a sense of scale to the world and keeps things fresh. Up next, Xenoblade Chronicles X. The Xenoblade franchise has always been full of massive games. Their worlds are full of wide open areas that are incredibly visually impressive and push the boundaries of the hardware they're on. Xenoblade Chronicles X was one of the most impressive in this regard, pushing the Wii U to its absolute limits to create this massive world. Full of distractions and areas that contribute to the franchise's notorious long playtimes, the player's quest will take them all over and give them the opportunity to explore every little corner. And last on the list, we have Minecraft. Minecraft took the world by storm when it first arrived back in 2011. More than a decade later, it remains just as popular as ever, with almost 250 million copies having sold during that time. One of the biggest appeals of the game is the ability to craft and create just about anything that one can imagine, and the ridiculously large procedurally generated open world that the game provides players with serves as the perfect sandbox in which to do so. It would take players multiple lifetimes to fully explore a Minecraft world, which clocks in at more than 2.5 million square miles in size. This not only makes it larger than Earth, but every single planet in the solar system combined. There are a few space-themed games that boast larger maps, but when it comes to single land masses, few video games can compete with Minecraft, let alone beat it. And that is 6 video game worlds bigger than Elden Ring. We'll see you next time.